This week we're going to highlight short-term weather trends across the U.S. as well as planting progress. We're also going to highlight long-term trends in December corn futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We've moved into the last week of May here, and this market remains exceptionally volatile. Let's start out this week looking at trends in short-term weather. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. We're starting out here looking at the next 10 days precip, and the key thing to point out is it's going to be a drier than normal pattern pretty much for all states east of the Mississippi River, as well as some of those states in the western Corn Belt. So a dry pattern is going to favor corn planting progress, but the market is starting to take notice of this just a bit. Now let's shift gears and look at the temperature forecast. The next 10 days, again, looking at the warmest temperatures up in the northern plains, much warmer than normal in that region, pretty much closer to normal across most other areas. Let's now shift gears out to 10 to 14 days out, or June 2nd through the 6th. We're looking here at a different pattern setting up to some degree. Some moisture moving in that western area here, some thunderstorms. But again, as we move further to the east and further to the north, it does look like a drier pattern will continue into that first week of June. Let's now quantify precip over the next 14 days. We can see here that a lot of the Midwest here is going to be very dry. Really, the only exceptions to that would be the northern plains, where it's going to be normal, and some of that western Corn Belt, far western parts of Nebraska, for example, as well as central and western Kansas, is going to be at least close to normal, maybe a bit slightly wet. Let's now focus on planting progress. We're going to look at planting progress as of May 21st. Now nationwide here, we're at 81% planted. That's above a 75% average and well above last year's 69%. The one state I'd mentioned to you to keep an eye on is North Dakota. Only 32% planted up there compared to 50% on average. And we'll see how much prevented planted acreage may or may not occur up there. But I just remind you that North Dakota's prospective plantings report a little bit less than 4 million acres. So relative to some of these other larger states, it's very important, but it's not quite as important as you move further into states such as Iowa, Illinois, and Minnesota and Nebraska. Let's now look at planting progress here. Nationwide, we're looking at, again, 81% done. Look at those recent years. We're actually above the 5-year average, as I noted a moment ago, of 75%, and well above, for example, that pace that was seen in 2019. Now, by that first week in June, as of June 4th, typically we have about 91% of the corn planted in the U.S. Given that weather forecast we just looked at, I think there's a good chance we'll surpass that this year. Let's now briefly shift gears and look at the demand trends, specifically focusing on export sales. And we looked at this slide before, but it shows the weekly unshipped U.S. corn export sales. We've added that last week highlight of cancellation of export sales by China. And here's the key message. The rapid decline that we've seen in export sales, the cancellation by China and last week, and concerns about U.S. corn demand from Japan and Taiwan led to a 50 million bushel reduction in the ATI annual forecast to 1.7 billion bushel. You can see that's 75 million bushels below USDA. Let's wrap things up this week looking at long-term trends in December corn futures. December corn, as you tape here on Tuesday, seen a bit of a rebound. It's back up to $5.20 a bushel, well below, of course, where the price was last year, but continue to encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to defend your balance sheet. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'd be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an upload. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.